Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. All right, it is time. Yes, it is time. CFL Week Uno. Yes, Canadian Football League is back. Tomorrow, actually, we got a Thursday night game. So we got a game Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. A little rusty on my CFL. I did the Grey Cup last year and then some of the playoffs. Other than that, it's been almost a year since I really got into it. A lot of players changed the hands. So we're going to run down the picks for the week. I'm going to go ahead and do the over-under team wins. Do that with the picks. And then next week we'll add stats and everything to it. We'll also be playing CFL Fantasy. So I'm looking forward to that. I've never done well with it in the past, but I think this is the third or fourth year that I've nibbled with CFL. Unfortunately, there's times end of the year I get busy and don't get it done. This year, though, I've done XFL, almost all the XFL. We're in week 9 of the USFL, and then we'll have CFL, and then we'll have college and NCAA and NFL in the fall. All right, game 1 tomorrow night, the BC Lions versus the Calgary Stampeders. In 2022, BC was 12-6, second in the West. Calgary was also 12-6, third in the West. BC has a 9.5 on the over-under on wins. I am taking the over. Calgary is 9.5 as well. I'm taking the under. BC Lions quarterback Vernon Adams Jr., Jake Mayer leading the Calgary Stampeders. Calgary is favored by 3.5. I already don't like that line. I think BC behind Vernon Adams Jr. So I'm giving BC to 3.5. So I got BC winning plus the 3.5. I am taking over on the 47.5. Next up, the Hamilton Tiger Cats, who were 8-10 last year, third in the East, going up against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, who were 15-3 last year, first in the West. They lost to Toronto in the Grey Cup. Hamilton's over-under on wins is 10.5. I am taking the over, while Winnipeg is 12.5. I think they're going to have a 13-15 win season again, so I'm taking the over. Bo Levi Mitchell leading the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and Zach Collars leading the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Blue Bombers are favored by 4.5. I got Winnipeg winning. I do like Hamilton to cover the 4.5. And I'm taking over on the over on the 46.5. So Winnipeg winning, Hamilton covering the 4.5, and then over on the 46.5. Next up, we had the Ottawa Redblacks, who were 4-14 last year, fourth in the East, going up against the Montreal Alouettes, who were 99 last year, second in the West. Ottawa is an over-under wins of 7.5. I am taking the under on that one because going from 4 wins last year to 8 this year, that's a big jump. So I'm taking the under on the 7.5. Tyree Adams leading the Ottawa Redblacks. The Montreal Alouettes led by Cody Fajardo. Their over-under on wins is 7.5. I am taking the over. The Alouettes are favored by 1.5 in this game. We're going to go ahead and go against what I wrote down already. And I do that sometimes. I will, as we're doing it, I will go ahead and change it. So I got the Alouettes winning, covering the 1.5, and over on the 43.5. And then the fourth and final game, we have the Saskatchewan Roughriders going up against the Edmonton Elks. Saskatchewan 6-12 last year, fourth in the West. Edmonton 4-14, fifth in the West. Saskatchewan 7.5 is their win total. I am taking the under on that. I think maybe a win, possibly 2 to get to 8. Let's do that. They were 6-12. Let's have them. So 7.5. We'll go with the over on the 7.5. The Edmonton Elks 6.5. I am going the under on that, so I'll take them through by 2 wins. 3 wins might be a stretch there. Taylor Cornelius leading the Edmonton Elks, but Trevor Harris leading the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Roughriders are favored by 3.5. I got them winning, covering, and under on the 45. So I got BC winning, plus 3.5, over on the 47.5. I got Winnipeg winning, Hamilton covering that 4.5, over on the 46.5. The Montreal Alouettes winning, covering the 1.5, and over on the 43.5. And the Saskatchewan plus 3.5 and under on the 45. That is CFL week number uno. Now, if you're new to Robert Sports Show, welcome. Like I said in the opening, I do XFL this year, did USFL, we'll do NCAA college football, I do March Madness for college basketball, NFL, pro wrestling, AEW, WWE, Impact Wrestling, GCW, huge GCW fan. NASCAR, I do NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR Xfinity, NASCAR Truck Series previews. I do any hot topics. I do videos about different topics, if there's a penalty or something like that, a reaction to things that happen on the track, driver profile, champion profile, topic videos about pro wrestling, a little bit of everything. But yeah, that is Robert Sports Show. This is CFL week number uno. It's going to be a great weekend. 4 days of football plus USFL this weekend. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.